Buddy, thanks for joining us here on the Roll20 DM 101 forum. If you're new to the forum, you're going to love it. My goal is to make the DM 101 forum a one-stop resource shop where you can find everything you need to get your game up and running. I've even got some posts in there on how to find players, some basic rules that you can tweak to your heart's content, um, how to identify good players, bad players. I even got all of the cards that I use that I put together. I made those available there. You can download those and load them up into your Roll20 thing. But anyways, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Look around. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the question and answer thing. I'll be happy to answer that for you. I've been a dungeon master since it came out. I've hosted a ton of groups. I've even done individual one-on-one groups for extra experience points. There are adventure modules available for classes. So if you have a thief and he wants to hone his thieving skills, then I would run him on an off day in the privacy of my own home, just him and me. And the module, the adventure, would involve quite a bit of thieving. You know, you'd have to find a lot of traps, climb some walls, maybe some assassinations, things like that. And likewise, if there was a mage who wanted some additional experience points outside of normal game time, I would run a solo mod specifically with them, where they would have to use spells and things like that. I want to show you how I set up my interface here. You can see on the top here, we make a new page, and this little ribbon thing, I always put it on the first one. And the very first one, so whenever a new player or somebody logs in to this, they're going to go over into this screen, which is basically a map of our campaign. I usually go on Google Images and get a "You are here" arrow that I can move around, so the players can log in here at any time, see where they were. I put in red the places where they've actually been before. This was a three module series, U1, U2, U3. Here's the Hamlet one where they tried to fight the Demoness of Fungi, which you can see on YouTube. All of these sessions, you can watch them live on YouTube. But right now they're doing the Slavers series right now, so they're in a place called Highport. But anyways, you can, and I even set it up so they can use the measuring tool and literally find out how far away something is. 150 miles, 530 some miles. So it actually works. That they can figure out how long it would take. But anyways, that's not what I want to show you tonight. I want to show you this. At some point in between adventure modules, your players are gonna either go to an inn, like in this one. This map is an inn, or they're gonna be in between adventures. So they'll be in between either the inn and a dungeon, or a town and a town, or whatever the case may be. So at some point they're gonna be outside. So what I do is I make one level, and I just call it exterior, and I use this. Of course, I can copy it using this little thing here to duplicate it, and I can tweak it to my heart's content. But I want to show you what I do inside of here. Now, of course, when you go on Roll20, you can look for for tokens and things just by going over here and selecting tokens, maps, portraits, anything. So if you're looking for tokens, you select tokens, and then at the top you can type in whatever it is you're looking for. In this case, I was looking for a box, and so a bunch of boxes come up. If you like them, you can click the little star, and it'll add it into your personal library, so that way then you don't have to search in here again. You just click this little star up at the top, right next to where it says tokens. You click that, and it opens up in your own library of stuff. And you can edit your tags. You can explain what it is, and then next time you can search in here for whatever it is you're looking for. Show me everything that has the tag. Uh, People in the town, like your bartender, your blacksmith, people, the water carrier, people sitting down having a drink, your adventure with the torch, and so on and so forth. So when you put them in here, it's quicker to find them. And then, when you have them in here, you can click them. You can drag and drop them on the screen, so you can put them wherever you want. Then when you click on them, using the arrow, when you select them, you can size them up to what you want, how big you want them. Of course, you can rotate them however you want, but she's already in there. But anyways, what I want to show you is this. I'm going to zoom way out so you can see what I got going on here. Now, of course, if I run out of space, of course, I can click this. I can go back to my layers. I can click this little gear icon, and I can change the physical size. I can make it, 200 by 200. I can double it at any time that I want. I can make it as big as I want, so I never run out of room. But anyways, this will be my kind of like outside. Whenever the adventurers are outside, I'll bring them over to this map, which means I will click and drag their name at the bottom and drag and drop them on that particular map. Then at home, their computer screen will change to what you're looking at, okay? And then I just drag everybody that I want over to that map, and then they will be here with me, okay? So, but if you look over here in the upper right-hand corner, it looks like just like a mess. Well, this is a palette, and this is a palette of all kinds of cool stuff I found for free in the tokens. Like if I typed in land, you can see all kinds of interesting stuff that's available. There's some vegetation. If I type in house, search for house, you can find all kinds. That's kind of cool. It's got some trees and stuff already made up for you, so you don't even have to do what I'm doing over here on the left side of the screen. I'm physically making it. Somebody made one already. You can drag and drop that one and size it up and just use that, and away you go. You can start playing right away. You don't have to even make anything. Here's houses and shit. Really cool. So, but anyway, so what I'm gonna zoom in on this area and show you what I did. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in as far as it'll go, and I'm gonna zoom over here, and then I'm gonna scroll up to the top. Okay, so what I did, you don't want to do this in game time because it takes forever. So what I did is I went through all of the tokens. I searched for everything I could think of: house, castle, building, land, whatever. And so whenever I saw something that was really cool, I clicked the star, added it into my library, and then I dragged and dropped it out here. So what I did is I grouped them. All of these that you're looking at are actually like rooms that are all ready to go. There's all different kinds of rooms. Here's a temple. Here's some kind of a fort with some towers in it. And here I found a whole bunch in a row that were all similar. One had grass, and here's an arena which I'll use, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have a kind of like a fairground where people in the party can sign up to try to fight like a champion, and if they beat him, they can earn some money. I'm gonna use that arena here shortly. But there's really interesting rooms. And see, here's another one, like an office. Here's like a crypt with some looks like some bodies. This is kind of cool with the skull and all that. You really got to spend some time. I got them in small size. At any point, I can click any one of those and blow them up, and make them as big as I want, Right now, they're just 4x4, so just to kind of keep them concise. But anyway, so you can see that, all different sorts of stuff. Then I also, when I find things that I could use outside, like here's like some kind of a stone with some markings on it. I thought was pretty cool. Same with this one. I'm going to use that. Skulls. You can never have enough skulls, enough rocks. There's a campfire. Here's some runes I thought might be kind of cool. I could maybe use them. Here's some magic circles, which I think I'm going to use them. Then I got all kinds of bridges. You know, you can size them up to however big of a bridge you want, you know. Here's a well, drinking well. I'm going to put a water weird in there. That might be kind of cool. Here's a rope, you know, bridge. Here's one that's all tore up. Here's one that's really nice condition. You know, so, but anyways, and then I also, let me just scroll over here and show you what else I put in here. I also went through and found all kinds of cool tiles with, it looks like some grass growing in between them, which I thought might be really neat for some kind of like a ruins. You know, I can make them explore a abandoned, you know, temple or something. You know what I mean? You can make a pathway using these things. Just, you know, copy and paste them over and over and over again. Make a pathway. Here's some lava. I thought that was kind of cool. Here's some a log across like a ravine. Here's a path. Here's like a road, like a cobblestone road. Here's some stairs going down into like a cave, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I found these caves all by themselves that I could put on some grass. You know, I could put a cave. You know, there's a cave over there. You can go explore that. You know, so those are kind of cool. Grass. I always have some grass available, and I'll show you why here in a minute. And then I also went through and I grouped some far away shots where it's a bunch of houses already put together. So if I need a town, I could make one really quick. I could grab a bunch of these and I can move them over and, you know, and make a town if I need a town. And then as I was going through, I have some plans already for some encounters. So I went ahead and I pulled out some goblins, and I grouped them sort of by sects or their sub species race. You know, I put all the ones that look kind of like that in the group, and then I put all of these in the group. You know, so I have a archer available, a battle axe one, maybe like a shaman or something, and a guy with a hammer, maybe like a cleric. And then I found these guys. These guys are pretty cool looking with spears and all that. So I'll be using these pretty shortly. And then, of course, I found some other goblins over here. I found some warg riders. I'll be using those. Those are pretty cool looking. And some more goblins, you know, each with a different sort of weapon I have available I can just grab it, copy it, and drop it right in and use it immediately. So this is kind of like a palette, almost like an artist palette. So let me zoom out, and I'll show you what I do when I copy this. I put it together. There's the grass. See all the grass that I put. I used a grass tile, and I just copied a couple of them. And then I found there's that ravine thing that I found. I put that in place. Pretty cool. There's a road. See, that's kind of nice. Put a road on there. I put some trees around there. I even put a rope bridge across this ravine, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, and then and then when you zoom in close, it looks great. You know, the quality is high quality. You know. And then, so here's the adventuring party. You can see how big they are in relationship to the graphics and how nice that looks, you know. So I've got some I got some people on the GM layer that I'm going to use later, and then I got this woman on the rock. That's going to be an encounter, and of course the rope bridge. You see, and I got some guys with arrows over here waiting to ambush them. So of course I hope my players aren't watching. But anyways, I just wanted just to show you this because it's invaluable. You know, obviously not every adventure is going to be inside a dungeon, you know, and so I found some water. I thought that was pretty cool. So I put that water on there, made it look really cool, you know. So anyways, I hope that you can see what I'm doing. If you want to see me use this map tonight, I will be using it in exactly 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my stream for the DM 101 group, and if you want to stick around and watch me use this, how I put it together and how I implement it, the group that plays every Saturday night at 6 o'clock Central Time will start in about 1 minute. I'll stop the stream so you won't see anything for a minute, and then if you just refresh your browser after 6 o'clock, actually 6 o'clock is right now, you'll see the group and us using this. So I hope this was enjoyable and entertaining, and stick around. You're going to see it in